Welcome to Tabletop Cinema, where we bring together the worlds of filmmaking, tabletop role-playing, and video games. I'm your host Mikey, freelance filmmaker, tabletop RPG game master, and variety streamer on Twitch. And today, we continue our first playthrough of Pentiment. Murder is afoot, and we're getting roped into a conspiracy. This is 16th century Bavaria. We play as Master Maller, soon to be Master Maller. Let's go ahead and continue. The Baron was just murdered, and now we are being sent back to cool off, take some time, gather our thoughts, and we're invited back by Brother Florian to investigate the body, to examine the body. But first, we're going to go to the Druckers. The Druckers were the family I was supposed to have dinner with, but I could not refuse the Baron, so... How's everyone taking it? Is anyone even still around? Who could have murdered the Baron? Why? What would they gain by murdering the Baron? Could it just be really out of anger, just because of what he said about Martin Luther's texts? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? Now we have something here. I need to talk to you again about the Baron, how you walked away with the sisters when he arrived. Given that the Baron was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the case. The costs. Why? Do you not trust in the abbot's judgment? It's not that. I just want to understand what's happened. No, of course I don't. Brother Piero, he wouldn't hurt a mouse. To you. That is not an answer, Andreas. You must be careful how you ask and answer questions right now. The abbot does not want anything to interfere with the Archdeacon's investigation. That includes you. How do you feel about interfering with it? Then help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? You know that Piero didn't murder the Baron. It had to have been someone else. Help me, let's say dramatically. Help me find justice. What does justice look like, Andreas? I won't know until I found out who actually did this. You know that justice does not look like Piero dying for this murder. Someone will die for this murder, Andreas. If it is not Brother Piero, it will be someone else. The killing of a powerful noble cannot go unpunished, especially while he was under the protection of the abbot. Then help me find who did it before the Archdeacon arrives. I am simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you? I saw how you reacted when the Baron arrived. You must know that's too loose. Too flimsy. You know what happens at this abbey better than anyone. Better than the abbot? The abbot sees only the brothers' side. You need to watch over the sisters and know what's happening with the brothers. True. All right. I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Rothvogel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. Oh my god. Was it Amelia? The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. No, not Amelia. What kind of harm? Irreparable. That is why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could. Oh god. Oh, no problem, Vanua. Thank you always for being here, though. You take care over there. If you do disappear, thank you for dropping by and hanging out. This guy's bad news. Are there any who may have wanted revenge? Are there any who may have wanted revenge? I cannot know what is in a person's heart, Andreas. Can I at least speak to the sister who was harmed? No, Andreas. I don't think that would be appropriate. Alright, this doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened or to whom. Say nothing. It's a painful memory, Andreas. Well, I'm no investigator. I'm an artist. What am I doing right now? I appreciate that. I understand this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. Oh my god, what if it was Sister Amelia who's locked up in the church and they're just covering it up and saying that... Oh man. I need more than that. Are there any records on her, on what happened? Yes, we keep records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed. Hehe. Could I ask Sister Illuminata to see them? She won't give them to you. Our records aren't available for outsiders to look through. I could sneak in on my own, you know. I found the secret entrance in the crypt. No. Sister Illuminata told me there's a secret... I have to tell her about the secret entrance? Sister Illuminata told me there's a secret entrance into the library. She didn't tell me. Well, I don't want to, like, make her hang for this. She didn't tell us about the secret entrance. We found it. But why don't we have an option to conceal it, right? Well, I don't understand this. Or is it just to indicate that she is on our side and she wants to help? But no, I'm not... Sister Illuminata did not confirm... She did not confirm or deny the secret entrance. I can sneak in on my own, you know. I found the secret entrance in the crypt. ... Oh, yeah, she is helping us. Don't try it. You'll be caught, and you'll be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. You're probably right. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. May God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Okay. Alright. Are there any other nuns we can talk to? Mousefanger! Who did it? I'm sure you know. You're a hunter. Okay, maybe you don't know. Have fun. A note. What is this? What's this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc? Oh, the plot thickens. Prior Ferenc was the one who... Right, we need to ask Otto to dig up the thing Ferenc hid at the grave of one of the priests. What is this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc? My god. Lorenz was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. What? It was something to do with occult stuff. I'm glad we picked the occultist background too. And there was that connection, right? When we were talking about it, he was trying to measure us. Like, can I rely on Andreas? Like the noble was trying to get close to us, figuring out, oh, you have the same proclivities as I do. So that's what it means. I don't understand German, so I'm gonna have to rely on this summary. Because it says, Baron Rothvogel, trotz ihrer Wiederholten Affordurungen and Unterschwelligen. I don't understand, sorry. Inquisitorie in Innsbruck, mein Leschig meiner Offerbaren, werd ich bei Ihrem Besch in Kirsa kein Ritual für Juk durchführen. Ritual for someone. Bitte bindet diese strikte Streben sofort mole unsere Petersilen. Ferenc. Aha! It's one thing to read books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. No wonder Ferenc was so unsettled when Lorenz arrived. The Baron could have gotten him executed for witchcraft. Damn. Okay. Well, it's one thing to read the books on magic, but few are foolish enough to attempt to actually practice what's written in them. Some of the substances used in these rituals are dangerous, even lethal. And God forbid someone in the Inquisition finds out about it. Why would you leave that note there? That seems so important. She should have burned it. Was he in a hurry? Because he seemed to be, like, he went out in the rain, right? To do something. We should have befriended that kid. He's not going to give us any information. He saw something. Hello, Nowheretail. Hello, Master Muller. Anyone at the shrine? Anything different about the shrine? I feel like that's gonna be important later on. Okay, have dinner. Talk to Otto. Dig up the thing. Because for all we know, I wonder who did it. For some reason, I don't know why, I'm predicting it actually was... Oh, what the hell are these kids doing here in the salt mine? For some reason, I'm thinking it's Piero. I don't know why. Look at the owl, so cute. Okay, what are you kids doing here? Hi. Afternoon, Paul? What are you kids doing down here? Flags! What was that? Oh no, he speaks Latin? Frogs! We're not really looking for frogs. I am. Me too. It appears you're outnumbered. Do your parents know you're down here? Why don't you tell me what you're really up to? We've been nice to Paul. It's nothing bad. We're throwing rocks. Bert! Rocks down the hole. You're throwing rocks in the old mine? Maybe. It's just they fall for a long way, and if you lie on the edge, you can hear them go plink way down below. I've thrown 100 rocks. It's really not that many. But it's not that many. What do you think's at the bottom? Rocks. Aside from the rocks. Salt? Dad says the dead guys ate it. He means the Romans. They built the salt mine, the aqueduct too. Is it just me or is my audio crapping out? Maybe this is my headset. The aqueduct, the Imperial Road, and many other things besides. It seems this town is riddled with the Roman building projects. Tell him about the treasure. Oh, right. There's something shiny at the bottom. It's what we want to hit with the rocks. What do you suppose it could be? I don't know. I guess I hadn't thought about it. The treasure! We should get it. I don't think that's a good idea. It's a long way down. You could be hurt. So? I'm gonna live forever. Dad says that's blasphemy. Are you gonna tell Andreas? No. The treasure will be our secret. What you get up to is no business of mine. I should let your mothers know you play here, yes. But they could get injured. This is like the choice in Life is Strange. Like, should you tell on the children? I should let your mothers know you play here, yes. Is this the responsible thing to do? If one of these kids dies, it's gonna be my fault. Now let's see how far we can push. Let's be irresponsible. No. The treasure will be our secret. Yes! Oh, I'm surprised there wasn't a they will remember this. Thank you, Master Mahler. Until later. Bye. Oh my god, if they die. Amelia, locked up. I have a feeling she's the nun. I have a feeling she's the nun that the Baron did irreparable damage to. What language is that? Oh, it's a typesetting. It's reversed. Right. Good day, Andreas. Back from the Abbey already? It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No. Something terrible has happened. Oh, God. Mein Gott! What happened? No. Forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. Thank you for that hydrate, Matthew. Someone just got murdered. So the game begins in earnest now. I feel like wearing this brooch is gonna be bad for when we encounter one of the witnesses. Namely, the one who stole some gold. Or maybe we can bribe him with it. We'll see. If it's not an imposition, I'd appreciate a moment to rest. Not an imposition at all. My friends are always welcome in my home. Besides, I could use your opinion on something. I missed out on dinner with these people because the Baron wanted us to eat with them. Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. Oh my! Klaus, you must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. Your cooking is lovely, darling. Hello. Hello, Berthold. How are you? Sleepy. Come back to my workshop. I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg which was awful, almost bereft of its illustrations. So Till Eulenspiegel, again, is the titular character of a popular 15th century book. Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. What do you think of these new ones? Oh, nice. The figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. I don't see a problem with the background. Is this a criticism against the background being too dense? Yeah, well, let's give him... He asked our opinion, so... Sure, let's give him some bit more insight. The figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. I would suggest running this in 2 passes, with the background elements in a lighter ink to help the characters stand out. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That's a fine idea. I'll pass on your compliments to Marie. Are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Wow. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 I'm hungry. Heh. Amen. Heh. Amen. Hehehe. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. The visiting nobleman, Lawrence Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. A murder in Kierso. How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. It seemed like... Well, there's a kid. Should we be talking about this in front of the... Anyway, I'm sure the kid will be fine. It seemed like Lawrence had been stabbed, but I don't know. There was a lot of blood around him. There was a lot of blood, but I'd rather not speculate about what happened. That seems prudent. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. Okay, we're having meal, kids at the table. We don't know yet about the stabbing, but yeah. I'd rather spare you the details, but it's hard to believe what happened to him was natural. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. Oh, don't hold back on my account. I've had children and even helped Agnes deliver a few. I'm not squeamish. Who's Agnes? The midwife? Yes! Blood! Oh my god. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinauer get into a shouting argument with Lorenz yesterday, just before I walked by your place. Right, that's true. Lucky? Why would he have cause to shout at a nobleman? They were right, this game will make you hungry. What do we want to eat? Let's eat... I wonder if it changes the dialogue, what you eat first. Or if this is just to pace the dialogue. Let's bite into the sausage. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up at the Abbey. Oh, what? We just talked to her. I spoke with Mother Cecilia already. Her resolve to protect the sisters is unrelenting. Ah, no wonder, yeah. The Baron did something irreparable to one of the nuns last time he was here. So I'm pretty sure Lucky was giving him an earful because of that. I spoke with Mother Cecilia already. Her resolve to protect the sisters is unrelenting. Yes, I would imagine so. Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky is a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lawrence and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kemperin came out of the woods and... Huh? Ah, right. Because she was yelling at him because he beat up her husband. Her late husband. So, this whole town could have killed him. Is it one of those things like in... I have a feeling it's going to end up like Knives Out. If you know what I mean. Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Ottilia's late husband, Ranig, ran afoul of Lawrence on his last visit to Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Ranig died just last year and Ottilia hasn't been the same since. Eat some of the pasta. She was always an old bitch, even before she was old. Klaus, that's enough. She's had to deal with a job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumors she's going to lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bit... Death stare. Bitter woman. There should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. That seems like it would be more just, yes. It wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back when. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right, as always, my dear. Enough about Ottilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the day Lawrence arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement? I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron brought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. What is an opinion for some? What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others, and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Ferenc. Not even when Gernot was made abbot instead of him. Oh, there's something there. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. We know why. It sounds like they have a history, at least. Let's finish our bread. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I've never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. I'm an artist. Why are people relying on me to solve the crime? Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. Thank you for your care. It's helped me understand how I can help Piero. You're always welcome here, Andreas. Anytime. Yeah! You're especially welcome with this one. I wonder why. Wink wink, Berthold. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. Be good until I come back, Berthold. I'll try. Nones! Work time. The body of Lawrence Rothvogel. I have several leads to follow, but where should I start? Oh no, open world investigation. Waffle King of Pluto, welcome back to the stream. Preparing for Thanksgiving stuff. Is it already Thanksgiving? We don't celebrate Thanksgiving here, so interesting. Well, have fun with preparations. Thank you for dropping by. Thank you for lurking. We are just beginning our investigation in earnest. I could use breakfast myself. I could talk to Lucky Steinauer. He's probably working in front of his house. Let's talk to Lucky first. We're here already. The widow Camperin lives south of here, near Franz Bauer. Let's talk to the widow on the way back to the Abbey. Prior Ferenc is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. It's still stormy. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. We already talked to her. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. Oh no! So this is where the time limit comes into play, I think. Like, we can't do everything. Right. I think Brother Florian can handle it. But I do want to examine the body. Oh, Waffle King, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm learning a lot of historical context thanks to them adding this reference. Like, anytime a highlighted word underlined word comes out, you could press it for more context. So I'm learning more about the history. And as a game itself, it's been interesting so far. It's a colorful cast. I don't know who could have committed the murder, but it's interesting. Now, I'm not sure how the investigation itself is going to play out. We're quite early in the game, but it looks beautiful. It sounds great. It has great potential right now, but I can see now that, as you saw, there was like a time limit to it, and he's saying here, if I don't attend the examination of the body, he'll have to do it without me. So that means we probably can't do everything. So that was one criticism levied against this game. People were saying that, oh, the time limit hinders exploration, but that might really change. You know, my playthrough might be different, very different from yours. Supposedly as well, being an Obsidian game, there are a lot of choices and consequences, and this game takes place in the course of like 25 in-game years, I think. So, yeah, it's surprisingly involving. Oh no, where do we start? As you can see here, we already have a map of Outer Tazing, but I'm just loving the setting. And of course, character creation via dialogue and your background influencing the choices you have, the languages you can understand. It changes your playthrough slightly as well. All right. The Archdeacon's investigation, known as Hour 13. The Baron's man, Miklaus, has departed for Innsbruck to request the presence of the most revered Jacob Essler, Archdeacon of Freising. He will be gathering evidence about the murder and interrogating those of us who might have information. So that's another thing that's going to be pressuring us. Stonemason's anger, known as Hour 13. I should talk with Lucky to find out what he was arguing about with the Baron. He's usually working next to his house north of the town commons. Oh, that said, Waffle King, spoilers ahead. But I do hope you enjoy your playthrough as well. It is on Game Pass, as you said, for those who may want to try it. The Widow's Curse. Ottilia Kemperin cursed the Baron when we were walking through the meadow. I need to find out why she hated him so much, because he beat up her husband. The widow's house is next to Franz Bauer's. Occult hands. This is another thing. Prior Ferenc. I need to figure out the meaning of the cipher Ferenc wrote in the scriptorium. He used a volvel while writing it and took it with him. He can't keep it in his robes all the time, can he? Ah, it only appeared in our quest log now. Because I think this is where the game actually begins. And where our actions will advance time. I'm guessing. Because we already did this ahead of time. We found the volvel. We found the cipher. I found the letter in the Baron's belongings. It was from Prior Ferenc. In it, Ferenc said he would not perform a ritual for the Baron, even if the Baron threatened to turn him into inquisitors in Innsbruck. Some witch trials have been held in Innsbruck as well. Not a good place. In Ferenc's house, I discovered the Volvel he was holding when he deciphered the manuscripts. I could use this to figure out the cipher he left. Finally, we figured out that Ferenc's cipher, it says H.I. Gerhard. Latin for Here Lies Gerhard. I should check Brother Gerhard's grave in the cemetery, which is what I did. Brother Gerhard's grave looks like it had been disturbed recently. I should ask Father Gernot for permission to dig the grave up. Or, I suppose I could ask Brother Volkbert to dig it up without the abbot's permission, but he might get in trouble. Maybe I could even tempt Otto Zimmermann into helping me. Where are we now with this? Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the Baron arrived. I should talk to him to find out if there was something going on between them. He's usually in the scriptorium, the abbot's house, or the prior's house. Known as Hour 13. I can't figure out what the connection between the astrological signs and elements are in Ferenc's cipher. We did that already. If I can find a way into the library after dark, I may be able to find a book. Failing that, I can always inquire with the town doctor, Werner Stolz, on the north side of town. We did that. After talking with him, we advanced this a lot already. After talking with him, with Mother Cecilia, it seems unlikely that she would have killed the Baron. Even so, she may be protecting someone else. She said that the Baron hurt one of her sisters years ago. There may be records on her in the library. I need to search the library to find out if there are any records on the nun whom Baron Rothvogel harmed. I would have to sneak in after the nuns have left for the day, at Komplin. So we have to take note of the timing as well. I just need to find a way in. We know their way in. We just need to wait for Komplin. Kompline. I'm not sure what the time is. I was able to find an entrance to the library through the crypt beneath the abbey. A false relief opened a door that revealed a stairway leading up to the floor of the library. Now, I just have to go inside after the nuns have left. Finally, Mother Cecilia reacted poorly to the Baron's appearance at the abbey. Could she have something to do with this murder? I should find out what their history is. She's usually in the prioress's house in the convent. Okay, the weather's awful, but I still have to get to the scriptorium. Hopefully tempers have calmed down since last night. Brother Matthew rang the church bells early, and now one of the sisters is screaming in the chapter house. I should go see what's going on. The brothers and sisters discovered Lorenz, Baron Lorenz Rothvogel, murdered in the chapter house. Brother Piero kneeling nearby with a bloody knife. I can't make sense of it, but the abbot has ordered me to leave until tomorrow. Brother Florian promised to let me covertly attend the examination of the body later today. Until then, he thinks I should sit down for a good meal. I should see if the Druckers have a place at their table for me. We did that already. During the dinner with Klaus and Marie, we talked about 4 people who seem to have a problem with Baron. Lucky Steinauer, the widow Kemperin, Mother Cecilia, and Prior Ferenc. I should talk to each of them to see if any of them truly had a motive to kill the man. 6th, hour 11. Brother Florian asked me to present during the inspection of the Baron's body. Alternatively, I can begin my investigation by following my other leads. Oh, we have to choose. The abbot doesn't want me around, so if I decide to go see Brother Florian, I'll have to get his attention by throwing a small rock at the window in the infirmary. Alright, that's everything so far. Oh man, who should I go to first? And how strict is the time limit? Lady Solomea will be arriving soon as well. The wife of Lawrence Rothvogel, now widow I guess. Lady Solomea is from a well-respected Viennese family and has been married to the Baron for 7 years. Amalie. Oh, Sister Amalie of Volklingen. Sister Amalie is a mystic, an anchoress who lives in a sealed-off cell next to the Tassing town church. She came to Tassing after her abbey in Lower Bavaria burned down. Why do I really have a feeling Amalie is the one who the Baron hurt? Anyway. The pressure is on. There's no saving in this game. Man. I could ask Otto to dig up what we found. You know, let's check out the body. Let's check out the body. I'm not sure how time advances in this game, so I don't want to risk it. Let's test it out. Let's see once we attend the examination if that'll advance time. Hey, Muller. You seen my son? Oh. I saw him running from the Abbey this morning, actually. Ah. He's missing. Martin's missing. Lie. Not today. Something happened to Martin. Well, we have no reason to lie to him. I saw him running from the Abbey this morning, actually. That fucking rat. Uh-oh. That layabout was asleep when I went into the fields. He told his mother he was sick. He say anything to you? Like where he was going? No, he told me to go fuck myself. Lie, not a word. He told me to eat shit, actually. God damn it. How many times have I told him? Must be his mother's influence. He sure as shit didn't learn that behavior from me. If you see him again, will you tell Kat? Kat. She's driving me crazy about it. I'll let Kat know if I run into him. What's got her worried? There ain't a thing in this world that doesn't worry my wife. Martin's no exception. The boy's always running off. Always comes home, too. Doesn't stop her getting hysterical about it. He's her son, stands to reason she'd be concerned if he disappeared. I'll let Kat know if I run into him. Good. Until later, Muller. Until then. Andreas. That's where the widower is staying. Down here, but again, I don't know how time advances. I wish it tells you. I wish the game would tell you that, hey, this will advance time. You good? Catherine Kat Bauren, the wife of Franz Bauer, mother of Martin. Kat suffers under her husband's oppressive presence, but is well liked by the other townsfolk. Where do we find Kat? Was she in the house? She's not here. Johann Bauer's house. Hey there, Andreas. Gertner Farm. Town Commons. Alright. Again, let's just find out. Let's do an activity. Let's see if that advances time, or will we be allowed to chase all our leads? So, because this is red, I don't know if that matters. Or yellow, blue. Is this the main quest at the very top? I don't think so. Hello, Master Mahler. Can we go yet to the abbot's house? No. Yeah, I think it would help if we look at the body first. That's important. We look at the body, then we'll get an idea. Okay, murder weapon, how he was murdered. It'll give us. It'll narrow down our list of suspects. Throw stone. Is there anyone in the shrine? No. Nice. Andreas, this way. Yeah, investigating with the former mercenary turned monk. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up to it. Well, I'm not sure, but I want to help Piero. It's alright, I've thrown up enough to not mind it so much. I studied medicine for a while in university. We saw dead bodies. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. Seeing a dead body is different from examining one directly. Now then, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later. Ah, of course. Here we go. I will begin by inspecting his anterior, starting with the face and head. No visible wounds, no blemishes, teeth in good condition, nothing unusual. Neck, shoulders, and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there it is. A puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. It's fairly shallow, though. I estimate it penetrated only about an inch, and it likely came from his own hand. Huh? What? Wait, he inflicted it on himself? How can you tell? Again with a Nuremberg inch or an Innsbruck inch. Gotta be accurate here. We don't know which inches he's using. Wait, he inflicted it on himself? How can you tell? From the angle and depth of the strike, it is as though he were holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side. Huh. You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds comes from my time on the battlefield. I am no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kirso has. If the wound was that shallow, It doesn't sound like it could have been fatal. It wasn't. It's likely incidental. Received while falling on his own knife. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found him in. Fell on his own knife. Then surely this must mean that Brother Piero is innocent. Well, we don't know. Who do you think killed him? Well, we can't tell yet. Who do you think killed him? No, then surely this must mean that Brother Piero is innocent. It means it's incredibly unlikely that Brother Piero stabbed the Baron. But it doesn't explain what actually killed the man. Brother Piero never should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now then, let's move on. Well, there is a sore on his sex, probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. The deceased French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples? Yes. How do you know of it? We discussed it in university. Two ways: our hedonist background or our medicine background. I would say our medical background. We discussed it in university. Yes, it spread rapidly, even north of the Alps. This STD. The treatment is dire, as it involves heavy mercury consumption. Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband. Not uncommon among the nobility. I would expect the monk to be more shocked by this. Considering his background, say nothing. Moving down. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, could you help me turn him over? That is also foreshadowing when he said "et tu, Andreas," so he was stabbed in the back for sure. Grunt an affirmation stoically. Of course. There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. How could that have happened? I've spent enough time with nobles to guess that he probably fell off his horse when hunting. It seems like a silly thing to risk your life for, but I'm not one to talk. True, he was a mercenary. Whatever the reason, it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is. A rather dramatic head wound. The dark hair and the blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. Say nothing. How many head wounds have you seen? I imagine the force of the impact would have to be quite great to crack the skull. I'm so glad we chose the medicinal background. The medicine background. Quite right. I see your medical training was not forgotten. I lack the benefit of university study, But the battlefields of Poland and Lithuania did provide an education of sorts. I'd rather be treated by someone with experience than a novice with a university education. Why didn't you study medicine at university? I wish I had finished my degree. I could be of more use to you now. There's no need to despair. Many hands would make more work in this instance. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. Well, I'm curious. How can you tell? The skull is cracked in a singular spot, and there's a clear impression in the skin around it. It would take extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice, unless the Baron was already dead. We're already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately. How long could he have survived for? I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonizing death. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blow was first struck. So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. What was right outside? What is right outside the place? Could he have been attacked outside of the abbey? The cloister? What about the big garden? Is the church a possibility? Is the church a possibility? I can't imagine it. Rudiger and Matthew are in and out of there constantly. Yeah, Rudiger is the one who sings. Matthew guards the treasury. Noise in the church is easy to hear, and the Baron would have to go through the cloister to wind up in the chapter house. Okay. So cloister. Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist. Could it have actually been a fist? No. I don't think the strongest soldier could do this with a punch unless the Baron's head were pressed to the ground. Even then, we would also see damage to his nose or forehead. True. Could a woman or an elderly person have done it? Anyone could have, given the right weapon and sufficient height. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. Oh, so he got smashed in the head. He drew his own knife to defend himself. He started crawling around, and when he finally died, he landed on his own knife. Oh, there. I suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered him. So, I believe we've discovered 2 important things. Piero didn't stab the Baron, and even if he had, that isn't what killed him. And the Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy, blunt object. Yes, exactly. If you can find what caused the blow, it may lead you to the killer. We also know that Piero didn't stab the Baron. We know that, and I suspect even the abbot knows that. but you may need more evidence to convince the Archdeacon. Oh, there is one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but didn't want to open it without you. Oh. Whoa, what if it's he left the brooch with us because he knew something might happen? Maybe it unlocks something. Wait, no. A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would. What does it say? Again, I don't speak German. The girl. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matins chapter, huh? Matins is monastic hour corresponding to 2 a.m. It is used for the night prayer. The girl. Dask Madchen. The girl who died and the innocent with her. Matins chapter. Capital House. The girl who died and the innocent with her. The girl? What girl? And what innocent? One of the nuns? It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it? Oh, right. Good thing we had this background. It's definitely someone with a great deal of experience to subscribe, but it can't be Adoc or Guy. They made that clear. Adoc or Guy are not really good scribes. So they're not an Italian, I can tell you that. Italian scribes use humanist script. This is a highly refined Gothic hand. As good as Adoc and Guy are, I don't think they could replicate this. What? Really? If not them, who?